Hi, I'm Egypt Sherrod, TV host and executive producer of Married to Real Estate on HGTV and CEO of Egypt Sherrod Enterprises and the Indigo Road family of companies. I was a radio host, and when I started, I made $19,000 a year, okay? And that was, but that's egregious to think about being in New York City and earning $19,000 a year. But it was glitz, it was glamour, and people thought, oh, if you were on the radio, you know, you were rich. And I didn't know how green I was. I was suffering, I was below poverty level, but it was my passion, something that I loved. Now, when I look back, it was part of the process and part of my growth, but that even tells my story from maid to radio personality, from radio personality to TV host, to real estate broker, to entrepreneur, to television host, to TV executive producer, to now I own a conglomerate. So that right there, that journey, that path is what I want for this entire generation, not for us to say, I made it because I'm on TV, or I made it because my song's playing on the radio, or I made it because I'm on someone's basketball court. To me, you made it when you can create jobs for others, when you not only bring yourself up, but you bring your entire family up. Egypt Sherrod Real Estate Group has been my business for over 20 years. And I just made a brand shift, taking my name, Egypt Sherrod Real Estate Group, off, and now it's Indigo Road Realty, Indigo Road Design Group, and Indigo Road Home Furnishings and Construction. Why? Because I recognize it has to be bigger than just me. I have to, right now in this position in life, be thinking about my children and my children's children and what legacy I'm going to leave them. So when I take my name off the company and now I'm creating a brand, a powerful brand, I can have investors internationally. The company has legs of its own. They can franchise it. So what I want for, whether you're a musician, whether you're an actor, whether you're a basketball player, is for us to break the glass ceiling and stop thinking from an employee mindset. Stop thinking from a low vibrational mindset. We need to be always reaching for more, striving for an abundant mindset, recognizing that our only limits are those that we set for ourselves. We have to teach our kids early on how to manage credit. The other thing a lot of parents can do is put their kids on their credit card. Don't give them the card, but put them on as an additional card holder, because then every time you make a payment, it affects your child's credit positively. So now you're actually growing their credit before they're even out in the world. Get custodial accounts so that even if you contribute $100 a month, you're starting now with a custodial IRA, so that by the time your child, $100 a month, by the time your child is ready to retire, they got millions in the bank just from putting $100 in a month starting today. You know, in the bank starting today. There's so many tools available to us. We have to get proactive, be our own not only health advocate, but financial advocate. And then it is all no good unless we can package that and really pass it down to our kids. You may not have $1 million in your lifetime, but if you create this document and you create this estate out of your life, and you fund it through life insurance, which is, you know, you can get a policy that's fairly inexpensive, but now what happens is, when you pass away, you can leave your kids, even if you didn't have 2 nickels in your life, you can leave your kids $1 million in life insurance passing down through the trust. It is super important. When we hear about people like Chadwick Boseman passing away and, you know, the money he made in his life, the government took more than half of it and his parents and wife had to, you know, nickel and dime it to figure out how to keep up their lifestyle. That's because, you know, we're busy making the money and don't spend any time looking at how to protect it. So I think everyone needs to go sit down with, sit down with an expert to help them put their financial plan together. I think visualization is so powerful. You have to really have some direction of what you're working toward. Because when I think about the course of my life, at several points I went back and looked at my vision boards, and I had done everything. I had accomplished everything, met the people. I had Oprah on my board. I interviewed Oprah. You know, I had Prince on my ceiling and Michael Jackson right next to him with the off the wall poster. And I said, Michael Jackson, oh, so you know this was a long time ago. Michael Jackson is my husband and Prince is my lover. Ooh. And I married Michael Jackson. My husband's name is Michael Jackson. I'm Mrs. Michael Jackson. And I actually conducted Prince's very last interview, unfortunately, before he passed away, as he sipped on his chocolate milkshake, and it was surreal. But in those moments, I realized that we truly have the power to co-create and shape our life and our destiny. So we can spend time pouring energy into meaningless things and situations and circumstances and worrying, or we can get busy creating. It's not that anything surprises me about my life because I saw it all. I planned it all. What surprises me truly is how easy it is to create it when we put our energy behind manifesting what we want. This is what I worked for, it's what I created, right? Was a place where no one could ever pull the mat from under me again. I remember standing on the unemployment line in New York City, and I was crying because I just got canned. I literally just got axed and didn't know what I was gonna do, how I was gonna pay all my bills. I was supposed to get, what, $400 a month off of unemployment while I figure out this next trajectory of my life. And the decision I did make by the time I got to the front was, this will never, I don't know how I'm coming back from this, but this will never happen to me again. I don't care what I gotta do. I don't care if I have to go back to cleaning rooms, which is how I put myself through school. I will never let someone pull my life from under me again. And that's when I got busy creating my own business and destiny. The next for me is expansion. And every day that we wake up and our feet hit the floor and the devil say, damn, she's up, that's an opportunity to stretch. It's an opportunity to expand, go for more. Just when you think you reached the very top, baby, you're gonna break it open and keep flying. So right now, I am continuing to build my companies. Give me a couple years, they're gonna be $60 million companies. Egypt Sherrod Enterprises consists of Indigo Road Realty, a real estate brokerage, Indigo Road Design Group, which is a virtual design. Now, because we're on in 11 countries, I need to be able to reach out and touch those folks. I can't get on a plane, fly, go design their house and come home. But what I can do is if you upload your photos, you'll get an Egypt Sherrod package and have your home designed. And then Indigo Road Home Furnishings is where comfort and luxury align at an attainable price. So that for me is the culmination of everything I've worked for years, to have the perfect expression that you can buy off the shelves of what I believe life should be like for all of us. Because when we go home, we should all be able to feel inspired. And I wanted to create an aspirational line that was infused by all the places I've traveled, you know, from Morocco, places in Africa. I remember when I was in Durban, South Africa, and I saw these beautiful TTs on the wall, and I was like, I gotta bring those back. I didn't even know I was gonna have a furniture line at that point. So, for me, when you look at the Indigo Road Home Furnishing line, we should see all walks of life, the perfect reflection of home for everybody, no matter where you're from. And Indigo Road is a place of power and purpose. It is my personal path, my journey, the road less traveled, where I could have gone right, where everybody else was going and it was popular, but I chose to go left and create my own path. And so I think people often, as I've done interviews, they say, Egypt, how have you seem so inspirational and you seem like you got it all together. I'm saying, baby, I'm a hot mess. I am a mess every day. I have 3 kids. My house ain't clean. But I work every day that I wake up to be my highest potential, to raise my vibration, to pray to God to give me discernment of the energy that I allow around me. I also believe in being the energy that you seek to exist. If it's not in your life, be it, create it. It's Egypt Sherrod, and thank you for grinding pretty with me.